Hello and welcome. This is Crystal from Crystal's Art Pause. I am Crystal, and today I will be showing you how I am creating my newest piece. First off, I'm starting off by using an app called Magic Eraser. Magic Eraser allows you to remove backgrounds and create PNG files with your images. To do this, you have to be quite precise. If it's an image that's not so bold and chunky or have like thick black lines around it, you will need to use one of these, which is like an Apple pen, but it's not an Apple pen, but it's basically the same thing. Here I am keeping only the top rows from my 2 rows photograph which I took, so it is entirely my own picture. Here I am removing the foliage, any bricks or weeds from the back of it. Also, I curve the corners because I believe that I like curved corners more than I like pointy corners on my work. I don't know, I think that's just how I like it. So right now, the checkered background you see behind is currently a transparent background, and it is known as PNG. So here I am removing lots and lots and lots of background. Like, you have to zoom in, pinch, and go proper, get in there. I don't use the instant erase because if you have pink in your background and pink in your flower, it will mess the image up because it will remove that colour from the image. And so I use the single eraser, and I go around and erase it all myself personally. So basically I'm just getting rid of like leaves right now, and so I can have a really clear, nice rose image to go by. So basically, yeah, as you can see, it's got a pointy corner, but it's not going to have a pointy corner in a second. It's got to have a curvy corner. Right, so here I am, just winding around the rows, making sure the image is precise and also very clear as well, as this is one of the images I've chosen to make a art piece with today. So as you can see, I'm getting rid of all the background like I said before, so I shall let you do that. Just let it don't know, do its thing. And it shouldn't be too long. It does take time though. You can't just magic away background fully on an image. And I am using Magic Eraser. So, which I have the lifetime subscription, which works out $12.99, which is an incredibly good price. And I'd say it's worth it if you're into photography and making art with your photos or from your photography. And if you have an iPad with a pen, it is definitely 100% worth it. So here I have my PNG image. I'm going to turn it black and white because white, you catch out the bits you've missed. So zoom in, voila, there is a piece that I missed. And there's another bit to the right as well that I will get to. Top right corner. There she is, she's gone. And then there was that mistake which I had to undo. And then I zoom out and realise I've actually missed the bottom right hand corner. So I end up getting rid of it. So now I have my clear, crisp image with no background. So right hand side is the PNG transparent background. left hand side is JPEG. So any color background. Standard is white. Or you could go with black, pink, blue, or yellow. My favorites were blue, yellow, and pink. In terms of the basic backgrounds. And then you can play with the shadows. So you have like the access of being able to have the shadow to the right or to the left, and you choose which direction that it goes, basically. So I prefer my shadows on the right normally. So I basically highlighted it, and the blur is important to make sure you can make it look like a shadow as opposed to just being a blob of colour within it, because we get to the point where I find my favourite colour in when yeah, because it needs to be blurred, otherwise it just looks tacky, kind of. Or it depends what you like, but to me that is my favourite colour background. On the basic backgrounds, it's that colour, that pink. Oh, makes my heart, oh, it's so beautiful. So here we are, I'm adding a shadow background. And there she is, saved. And now we're gonna go and do a couple more backgrounds with colour and shadows. So I'll just let you watch that. And then I save again with PNG and JPEG, basic, JPEG with shadow, and basic rose PNG file with no background and no shadow. So here I am doing my background thing, and there are some really tasty backgrounds on Magic Eraser too, which you can add in. So basically I saved this one because I liked it. I then came across one, I quite like that, within the right ways. Yes, I saved it. So the vintage distressed newspaper background, I'm going to add a shadow now, because it always looks better with a shadow on the vintage distressed newspaper look background. As you can see, it already looks better. So then basically I then look, this is my chosen background. You will see shortly that it is in fact my favourite background of all of them, out of all of them, because then I look to make a piece of art with this, not just a photograph. So basically this like brown camel-y colour was nice, so I saved it again. And then last of all, I was going to use that background, but I realised it was the Playboy bunnies on it, so I thought, I'm not doing that. Nope. So I then change it, because I realised what it actually was, so I thought it was a bit inappropriate for a rose. Polka dots, I love it. It was not my final choice, but the polka dots did work really well. But they take away from the rose, and that's not what I wanted. I wanted the rose to be the main centerpiece of it. So basically I added a shadow and saved it, and I do actually mess around with it in Photoshop in a bit, which you will see. So save the PNG. Last of all, save this one with the basic shadow, and then we move on to Photoshop. So PNG, JPEG, basics, And the edited ones, check. Time to open Photoshop Express. Okay, so the first one, I use the normal image, however I use it with a really bad filter, which this, unfortunately you have to watch it for the next 2 minutes because I was faffing around and doing something when I left it on this one. And you can't see the rose and you can just see a splodge. So I didn't like it. However, I did actually like the other one that I saw and saved, but I have to go over that again in due time. So yeah, like I said, we're going to be sat here for about 1,000,000 hours staring at this piece of poop on the screen. Because it didn't work out too well. Like that. So in a minute, hopefully, it should stop and change. I'm hoping so anyway. That was one I really loved. That's really lovely and dainty as well. So this is the part where I play around with the polka dot one. First of all, I crop the image using the cropping tool on Photoshop Express to make a square and make sure that the rose is central. Ish. And then, so I've got that. I then go through 1,000,000 effects. Rainbow does not work with this. No, it doesn't. As you've just seen, it does not work. And then there is I like it when it's lightened and the polka dots aren't overtaking the rose, which is what I found most of the filters and effects had that kind of effect. Like that one, I like. See, I saved it. And then the one after this, weather outside is really rubbish. This one is so-so. Because the cloud doesn't work because this was dire. I don't even want to look at these because it was like, don't like them. I chose that one and it was a bad choice. Took away from the rose and it looked really messy. So we decided not to go for that one as the final image. My favourite one's next now. The Peace and Hippie love sign. Oh yeah. This one is my baby. This one is the one that worked. We did not use the rainbow effect on it. I once again wanted the rose to be the centerpiece and also to really, I wanted to make it pop. Because I didn't want it to be faded because it's part of, it is the main image of the creation. So I then looked at all the different things and then I found a really good one, which I think is that one. It's that one I just picked out. It's one of these. I know it's one of these because I made it. Ah, yes, it was that one. Because it had some kind of rainbow in it. And it had a hippie sign. And it has flowers in the background. And the flower looks like kind of watercolory slash... It hasn't got loads of lines on it. So I saved it because I thought it was beautiful. And I really, really, really love it. And... yeah. So I saved it with and without my copyright logo on. And then I went on to look at frames and borders. This was interesting because I like the basic frames, but I didn't want just the basic frame for this one. So I was looking around, and as you can see, I experimented with different frames. That's quite cute, but it's a bit basic. I loved the gold ones, however, they took away from, like, that one's nice. That one's really nice. And Love Hearts I liked, but they were too much. That was definitely too much. That isn't too much. That's too much. That's nice. But those weren't the designs I was kind of going for. So I then went on to look at arty designs. This was the winner. This is the winner. This was my chosen frame, and is my chosen frame because it just looks beautiful. Also that as well, and that. And yeah, so I then go on to the framed one again that I done, and I then decided I wanted to add some font to it. I didn't really want to add any more effects, as per se. Because I already picked the border. The writing, yes, here it is, right. I choose some font and I pick the most basic saying imaginable. Live, love, and laugh. Live, love and laugh was the phrase that I have used. Is the phrase I have used. As you can see at the beginning, I type it properly, but I do not make it the correct colour, shade or size. So I'm messing around a little bit with it. The white's too bright, the black's too dark. There was this peach colour, but it just blended in, and I didn't want it to blend in. I wanted it to stand out. Like, black was too much, as you can see. White, you can't see that very well. So I decided to redo it after you can see me messing it up on all my fonts, which is really horrific. Yikes, not good. And then I type live, laugh, laugh on this one now, because somewhere my brain cells went. I'd never found out where they went. So this is the part that I then figure out the colour I actually want it to be. So I'm playing around with all the different fonts, and I find the bright colour, which I really like, but it's too bright pink. As you can see, it's too bright. It doesn't do it justice. But this colour, yes, it matches the rose, and it made me very happy. And here I realised my typo. So instead of live, laugh, laugh, it's live, love, laugh. And then I made it the correct size that I wanted it to be. And still going. Just see it a bit. And here we have it, the final product, the creation. Mwah, mwah. It's beautiful. I hope you enjoyed this video, everybody, and yeah, have a lovely day, and love and light to you all. Bye from Crystal's Art Paws. Bye.